Okay, good evening and welcome to the August 31st Waterboro Board of Selectmen's meeting. If all would rise for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Announcements. This year we have the winter drawdown of Ossipee Lake starting on October 1st. And just a reminder, this is the year where it goes down the 4-year low. Nomination papers for the Charter Commission are available. The deadline for submitting those papers is September 21st. And we encourage residents to get involved and take out their papers for Charter Commission. And this would help to shape our future government here in Waterboro. I'd also like to mention, because of the heat and humidity, make sure that you're checking on your neighbors, particularly elderly neighbors, making sure that they're okay, and don't leave your pets in the car. Appointments this evening at 5:30. We have a public hearing for a moratorium ordinance on a marijuana dispensary that has been posted for the past 7 days, and I will open the hearing. The Waterboro Board of Selectmen will be holding a public hearing on Tuesday, August 31st, 2010 at 5:30 p.m. for the purpose on a moratorium ordinance on marijuana dispensaries. The Board of Selectmen will be voting on the ordinance at their meeting following the public hearing. This moratorium is the result of a new state of Maine law that allows for medical marijuana moratoriums. And after a meeting with the planning board, the Board of Selectmen recognized that we are not in a position at this time to have that type of a facility in our community without some prior planning. So the moratorium would be enacted for 180 days to allow for the planning board, the Waterboro Board of Selectmen, the CEO, and other staff to look at zoning ordinances, the comprehensive plan, land use ordinances, and other applicable laws and regulations to make sure that we can facilitate such a endeavor in our community.
Mr. Allen, was there something specifically you were looking for or that you couldn't find over there?
No, I just listening to the 180 days. I thought it was 90 days.
Yeah.
Because we weren't able to do this as an emergency ordinance
Right.
by our town attorney,
Yeah.
they said we can do it for 180 days as is in the state law. So it gives us 180 days, and if we need to extend it beyond 180 days, then we're permitted to do so, as long as we can show that we are indeed working on our permanent ordinance. Any questions? Public comment? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved. Second?
All those in favor? Okay. Hearing a delegation. No correspondence, reports. Town administrator, she's not here at the moment. Selectmen's reports. Anything from the board?
I'd like to bring to everybody's attention a picture that we're going to be posting in the town hall. This is in memorial of Bob Fay. We're going to have this in the hallway. We've started something new where we're going to honor those people in the community that have contributed, and from time to time their picture will be posted in the hallway here. We would also encourage local artists to bring in their work, and we'd be happy to display it in the lobby for people that are waiting in line to conduct their various business. And I think it would showcase some of the talent that we have in the community and provide for a little bit of color out there in the lobby.
That mean Dennis's picture will be out there? Where's your picture?
My picture?
Yeah, you used to have one out here.
Oh, I think it's in Patty's,
Yes.
the elder grade.
Thursday, oh, you had something, John?
It's just, I just want to, those people that may have read the Portland paper on Monday, it showed the difference between Sanford paper bag and before. Before, Sanford's recycling rate was down around 7.5%. And within 2 months after having a paper bag, it's up over 41%. At that rate, they were projecting of saving well over $200,000, the way I recall it, the article. And again, I feel saddened in a way that we missed that. We missed that, and we'd be saving taxpayers money. But
they're following history, Jack.
yeah, and they may repeal it on November
They
too.
did it without a vote, now they got a petition, they're gonna repeal it, so.
But it's just so, it demonstrates so clearly what recycling does. Now, I realize that we're not going to come up with a paper bag system again in short order, but it's a plea for people to recycle. And unfortunately, in that article, some of the research shows that education doesn't seem to do it, and that we educate here, and Sanford did the same thing, and other towns have done the same thing, and it's really getting a system such as paper bag that really does have a major impact on recycling. And the other thing that I mentioned too was single stream, is that when it was made easier, recycling rates, I think we've seen that here.
Thursday night, I was here, David was here for a little bit on a meeting with it was a forum for the Water District and the folks that live off of Old Delford Road. This was much better attended than the one that we had about a month or so ago. We probably had a good 40 or so people that were here. Steve Levy was here, the Water District, and there was another gentleman, I don't recall his name at the moment, but Steve listened to what the audience had to say about different water problems that they're experiencing. They were able to talk to them about if their well cap gets flooded, how to take care of that, making sure that you shock it before you use the water. They handed out some brochures. I think some of the brochures might have gotten left behind, so if anybody had questions about that, could pick it up here. Talk about safe water. And what was determined out of this meeting is that Steve Levy is going to create a survey to be sent around to everybody in those surrounding areas. He's going to need some help from the town in collecting that data. And what he's looking for is what types of wells do people have? Are they points? Are they dug? And what kind of water problems are they having? And he's looking for a correlation between the type of well and the water problems that exist. And then after he's collected that data, we'd like to get together again in a couple of months, have another meeting, and then start looking towards potential grant money if the residents are interested in continuing to look towards potential water being provided by the Water District. The Water District is in the process of getting some cost estimates together. And at that meeting, it was also announced that the elementary school has now formally requested cost estimate to bring public water to the elementary school, and they're going to be looking at making that happen. Not really sure yet what direction they're going to come in from, but at least they're looking at that and going to be moving forward with that. So we'll continue to work on that. It's going to depend on how interested residents are that live in that area, and that it's going to be worthwhile to continue looking to bring public water. But it was a very good meeting, lasted till about 9 o'clock. Anything else from Selectmen?
Oh, we had an excellent meeting at the fire station on Monday night. discussing some per diem staffing issues and trying to iron out some long-term planning, which may tie into our goal-setting sessions that will be coming up. So I thought it was pretty productive, even though it was rather short, because we also combined it with I guess, a bit of a half-hour social event where we had a chance to just plain talk with the folks at the fire station. And I just thought it was very, very nice, and we're looking forward to participating again in a similar event.
Moving on to new business, discuss vote to adopt moratorium ordinance on marijuana dispensaries.
I'll move that we enact the ordinance.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Other warrants for bills and payroll? Entertain a motion to sign the warrants for bills and payroll.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Pending decisions, week's action list, discussion of agenda items. We actually have a pretty full boat at our next meeting, which is September 7th. We're going to have the folks from the Friends of Waterboro Public Library will be in to discuss the referendum question. They're going to have a guest speaker here, it's a water engineer, to discuss some of the water questions that have arisen about the plan. And Pam LaRue had sent Jack Series some questions a while ago, and Gordon had recommended that maybe Jack address those in a public forum, because if they were questions somebody else had, or questions Pam had, maybe somebody else had, so they'll be addressing that as well. We'll have Sean coming in for his monthly report. He's being rescheduled from 8/24. He couldn't come in that night. And what else do we have for committee reports next week?
The assessor, code enforcement officer, and town planning.
Okay.
Or, I wrote it down.
Yeah, that sounds about,
No, CEO, assessor, and Saco River Corridor Commission.
okay. We need to set a public hearing date for the library referendum, and we're looking at doing that probably on September 28th, Pam, so we'll just need to take care of getting the posting out for that. Nancy has a request about the account policy that she'd like to bring to the board. And last night with the fire department, we discussed the SAFER grant. So if there's any further discussions or any votes that we need to have on if we want to go forward with that SAFER grant, we'll have those next Tuesday as well. Is there anything else?
I'd like a 5-minute executive session next week to discuss a personnel issue regarding the custodian maintenance person.
What's the status on the PACE ordinance?
We're discussing that on the 14th of September. Anything else? Okay.
Did you get a second on that?
On what?
Did you,
I asked to have an executive session.
oh, I thought you meant a motion to go into executive.
Oh,
No. For the next meeting, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Items needing signature, we have warrants for bills and payroll, concealed weapons background checks. Reminders, Wednesday, September 1st at 7 p.m. We have a planning board meeting at the Town Hall Annex. Thursday, September 2nd, the Historical Society will be meeting at the Alfred Shaker Museum at Shaker Hill Road in Alfred. Monday, September 6th at 6 p.m., the Water District Trustees will be meeting at Town Hall. Tuesday, September 7th, 6 p.m., Selectmen's meeting, Town Hall Annex. And Tuesday, September 7th at 6 p.m. is the 2020 Comprehensive Plan Committee.
That's been moved to Wednesday.
Wednesday, the 8th, okay, so Wednesday, the 8th at 6 p.m. will be the 2020 Comprehensive Plan Committee. That concludes our agenda for the evening. We have a 6 PM appointment for an executive session. However, I would entertain a motion to go into executive session now, and then we'll conclude the meeting following our executive session.
I will move to go into executive session for our M.R.S.A. 405-6A personnel issue.
Is there a second to that?
Second, voting,
If it starts at 6 PM, right? We're not going to an executive session now? we're going
Yes,
to 6
because we do have something to
Okay.
discuss. It's all related to the same thing.
Okay.
All those in favor? Okay, thank you.
We'll shut down the meeting.
Yep. We're still live.
we're still live here.
Gordon's going to sing for us this evening?
Well, I don't think that that would be appropriate, because I couldn't carry a tune in a Mack truck, but I thought that I would mention, because you mentioned it a couple of times in the summation of the meeting we got about the library, is that the Gorham Savings Bank has donated $15,000 to the project. It'll be dispersed in $5,000 increments over the next 3 years, which I thought was, excellent on their part, and that all the banks in town have made generous contributions.